Welcome, Soul Tribe, to Midheaven Tarot. Thank you for tapping in with me. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I appreciate you being here and you are welcomed. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, Soul Tribe. Thank you for tapping in. I'm going to get a love message out here for us today. We want to know, Spirit team, what does the collective need to know concerning divine counterparts, divine partners, whether they have met someone that they feel is their divine partner or whether they are waiting on meeting their divine counterpart? What does the collective need to know concerning their divine counterpart and love, Spirit? We have wedding. I like it. I like it a lot. So somebody could be engaged. Somebody could have just recently gotten married. Somebody could be in the space where they want to get married. Okay. So whether you've gotten engaged or whether you are about to get married or you just recently got married, congratulations. All right. The card says taking your relationship to the next level, one step at a time. So some of y'all could have already met your divine counterpart, and this relationship is going to bring you to marriage. Okay. This relationship is going to bring you into a union. Tell us more, Spirit. What else? We have secrets. Something is hidden from you. Someone isn't being truthful. Now, this could be a secret wedding. Some of y'all could be trying to steal off and go to Las Vegas or something. You know what I mean? Which, hey, I ain't mad at that either. Save you a little money, keep folks out your business. You know what I mean? Down there to the courthouse if you have to. Yeah, like a secret wedding. What's going on? Friendship. Oh, now, okay. Y'all know how I do. I get multiple storylines, so please take it as it resonate. Some parts is not going to fit, some parts will. Okay. So what I'm looking at is a secret wedding, right? But what I'm also looking at is some of you are actually in a friendship right now with someone who either secretly wants to marry you or you're in a friendship that you don't think is going to necessarily become what it is going to become later on down the road. This connection is based on friendship. It may never develop into romance, but the secret is that it might, like it actually might. You understand what I'm saying? Now look, listen. Okay, see, that's going too deep. I don't want to go there. We gonna get some clarification because I'm hearing another storyline, but I absolutely need clarification before I say that, okay? So again, some of you are engaged, getting engaged, just got married. Congratulations. Some of you are wanting to be married. Okay. And some of you are wanting to be married secretly to a friend, to someone who you are in a friendship with. All right. Or this friend is wanting to secretly be in more of a partnership, more of a romance relationship with you. Tell us some more. Tell us some more. Settling. Now see, this is kind of giving me that third storyline that I did not want to talk about because I needed some clarification. Avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. I'm gonna get some clarification before I even go there because I can't put that out there until I know for sure that that's what this is saying. All right. So okay, I'm gonna just say it and I'm gonna just let y'all I'm gonna say it because this is what I'm hearing. Some of y'all, your divine counterpart is currently already married, okay? And you may or may not be in just a platonic friendship with this person who is already married. But this individual who may already be married and who you also may be friends with is feeling a little bit like they settled, like the marriage that they're in, the marriage that they have been in for some time, however long. Like there's a secret friendship with someone who is married, but this individual who is married feels as if they settled for something. Okay, they settled for someone else, and that you actually may have been the divine counterpart that they were supposed to go towards. I'm just throwing that out there. I know that sounds messy, but look, shit happens. Okay. And when you meet your divine partner, sometimes they're not always single. And sometimes, even if you're not trying to do anything, sideways, like interfere in somebody else's relationship, it's still in the future, it may pan out that the person who you are friends with, who is already married, may actually end up being your divine counterpart. And right now, this individual may be feeling like they settled for someone else. And so this is something that someone may be hiding from you. If you are the friend to this individual, they may be hiding that they feel like they settled for this other person. So this is giving a bit of third party connection relationship, but not on the messy side, not on the like the toxic side of third party. It's just that you may have had a connection with this individual, y'all decided to be friends or whatever. They went off and got married to somebody else, but they have been secretly feeling like they settled for someone else instead of actually trying to make something work with you, because y'all always had a certain bond and a certain connection. So I'm going to clarify these real quick. Clarify wedding, wish, wish. Someone you wish for is coming into your life. Okay. Clarify secrets. Somebody is wanting to get married. Okay. So again, I get multiple storylines. Take it how it resonates. Secrets, right path. Love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. See, that's what I'm saying. Someone secretly feels like you were the right path. You were the right path, or you could be secretly feeling like this other person was the right path, and you could be the one that's already in a union. Okay. So if you're however it resonates, just take it how it resonates. Give me friendship. Unseen. Love can be blind. Ensure you're not overlooking red flags, imperfections. Love is beautiful. Love is a beautiful mess. Embrace its imperfections. And see, this is what I was just saying. Sometimes you meet your divine partner and without even trying to intentionally do something that's janky because somebody is with someone else, you do not know that later on in the future, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, those two people are going to go their separate ways. And this is your friend, and it may be something that's unseen to you. Okay, that yes, it sounds a bit messy. That's why I was kind of like didn't really want to bring it out, but it sounds a bit messy, but it's not really giving messy. It's giving divine timing. It's giving that your paths are going to meet um in a romantic way in the future, once something that's going on with this other person who may be in another union, once they're out of that union. Okay. And so again, imperfections. Love is a beautiful mess. It embrace its imperfections. Okay. um it's not always black and white is what I'm hearing. Love is not always black and white, because when I started to focus on the phrase on this card, love is a beautiful mess, I was asking spirit, what does that really mean? And what I heard is love is not always black and white. Sometimes there's gray area. Sometimes energies blend, in ways that you can't foresee. And they go to unseen, you can't foresee how it's going to blend. but somebody absolutely feels like they settled. Someone may have wanted to get married so bad that they married who was available at that time, even though they had a dope friendship with you or you had one with them. But maybe the friendship wasn't lending to anything romantic at that time for whatever reason. But um secretly they really are trying to find their way back to you. Clarify settling. I can't make it up. Divine timing. Divine timing. This is giving somebody really wants to correct something that they did, that they ran off and did something because it was what they wanted. They wanted to be married so bad. You know, some people get married just for getting married sake. Okay. So divine timing is at play here when it comes to your counterpart, who you may or may not know. But with this friendship card is giving that you do know this person. Give me one more on the wedding and the witch, because I want to really figure out closure. What I told you. Somebody is getting ready to, okay, somebody got married for the wrong reasons and they want to bring closure to this. They want to bring closure to this, or the divine is bringing closure to something that was probably not supposed to happen because somebody settled. Okay. So when it comes to like your divine partner, your divine counterpart, this could be someone that you already know, someone that you could have been in a friendship with. All right. And maybe you was in a friendship and there was good vibes and a good connection. And then this person just popped off and said, I'm getting married. And you was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm happy for you. Everything good. You know what I'm saying? How can I help? You just kind of fell into the role of friendship. You just fell into the friendship role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be giving a little bit of friend zoning, but because somebody went off and settled for something else. Okay. But this is coming to some sort of a closure. Not all connections are meant to be accept closure. Somebody's accepting closure that the marriage that they wanted, that they went out and got for themselves, is coming to a close. Whoever this is, whether it is you or whether it's the cross watcher, like the other person that you're in a friendship with, the secret is that this closure is the right decision. This closure is the right decision because you and this individual are actually divine counterparts. So whomever they're married to, male or female, that is not their divine counterpart. That is somebody that they settled for. Mm, okay. Let me see what else I can get out here to break this down some more. Let me see what else I can get out here to break this down. Why did this individual settle? Why did this individual settle to begin with? Was it that they just wanted to be with somebody? I mean, they just wanted they maybe they were previously engaged at the point that you met them and they just wanted to see it all the way through. Maybe they had already made a commitment. Maybe they actually thought that that was their person, you know? And then you and maybe this is someone who was already married when you became friends with them. And then that is what allowed this individual to see that they may have jumped the gun in committing themselves to this individual. Because if this is giving me that they married somebody that they kind of knew that they probably shouldn't marry this person, but they did it anyway for a particular reason, and I'm about to find out what that was. So you could have came into a friendship after this person was already like you didn't even know who they was when they made this decision. And this friendship is what allowed themselves to see the things that they didn't see before, right? Like Why did this individual marry someone who I feel like they kind of they did settle? Why did they settle? Gossip, mm. Damaged reputations and trust, whispers of gossip causing confusion and spreading misinformation. We have social mass. So there was something swirling around this relationship that they were in, the individual that they married. There was already a lot of talk. There was already a lot of expectation, is what I'm hearing. The social mask card says we may seem different on the surface, but underneath my mask we are more similar than you think. I wish I could show you the real me. So they were hiding that they didn't actually want. They went through with something because they made some sort of a commitment, and then there was a lot of people already talking about, you heard they get married, girl? Yeah, they get married. Ooh, yeah, they get married. Like, it was already a lot of swirling. This could be family members that know about it. This could be their aunties and cousins and stuff. People already picking out their wardrobe and stuff, and people already picking flowers and things. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's plannings going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of plannings going on. This is what made, because this happens all the time. People go through with things that they shouldn't go through with because they got swept up in some emotions, and then they put an engagement out there, and now it's like, I don't know if I should do this, but then they hide that. They hide what they really feel about it. And people say, well, you just got cold feet. You just got cold feet. You know, they used to say that back in the day. I don't know if they still say that kind of stuff, but back in the day, particularly with men, you got cold feet. You got cold feet. You gonna be all right, son. You gonna be all right. You know, mimic chess. Images in your daily life serve as a reminder to guard against mimic chess. Patterns in your daily encounters suggest deceptive riches. Hmm. Yeah, like this is giving me like they may have thought they saw more in the person that they married than was actually there. Okay, so they may have kind of fell for that thing where we kind of see things in people that we want to see and not what we really should be seeing. And by the time we start seeing it, we didn't already walk down somebody's aisle. All right, we didn't already like took off a major responsibility like that. When we see things and we don't want to see them, or we didn't see them and now we see them now, but we already have contracts and stuff on people. You know what I'm saying? So this is giving me that this person thought they saw something in the person that they married that was not actually there. And it's also giving a little bit of like the pressures of everybody knowing about the marriage. So they just went through with it. They just went through with it. Clarify secrets and right path. Didn't I say third party situation? I thought I had said third party situation. Another person disrupts your relationship and causes turmoil. Trust broken by infidelity and struggling to rebuild it. Guidance from above. Okay, so this is giving me again that yes, this is a bit of a third party energy surrounding this, but it's again not really giving me that it's one of those janky third party situations where somebody is, cheating and holding people, and it's not giving me that. It's giving me that this is a third party situation because your divine partner is not actually single at this very moment, but they are being guided from the divine. They're being guided by the Most High how to handle this, how to handle it. And even if this is confirmation for you and you are the third party individual and you know that that is your divine partner and that that person is not really available and ready for you right now because they are still trying to work their way out of something, then this is your confirmation that the relationship you have, the friendship you have with this person is being divinely guided. It's really not giving me that y'all been sneaking around corners and back alleys and having, all kind of salacious, you know what I mean? Salacious dealings with each other. It's just giving me that y'all are aware that y'all have a deeper connection than the person that person is actually with, the other person is actually with, but y'all are handling it the right way. Okay. And the Most High is guiding the two of you, the path. You're being guided. You're being guided because this is your divine counterpart. It's just not so black and white right now. Okay? It's just not so black and white. And again, you could not even know all this. You know what I mean? That's just a scenario where if you are aware of that and if you have, maybe y'all have talked about this and said, okay, but we got to handle this the right way, or let's not, like, I don't even want to talk about it until you do what you got to do with whatever you got going on. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to have nothing to say about it. You do what you feel you have to do as a man or as a woman. And if I'm still available, I'm still available. You know what I mean? I don't know. But this could also be not necessarily confirmation, which most readings should be. So this energy should be in your environment somewhere, okay? In your environment somewhere, because that's the overlining, that's the over story that I'm picking up, that there's a third party situation here, and it's kind of messy, but not really messy. It's just being orchestrated and being driven by divine timing. Okay. Clarify friendship, unseen and imperfections, money worship, self-interest rules decisions and disregards fairness. Values are for sale to the highest bidder. Money comes first and ethical concerns come second. Okay, so also this pile right here, this row right here, and this row right here is kind of giving me like they share the energy and the story, right? Because what I'm getting is that the individual that your divine partner is married to is, it may be a little bit more driven, the whole marriage could be driven around finances. Okay. And so your friendship with this person is kind of helping them to see what they actually decide, or who they actually decided to marry, that maybe they didn't see it before, because something about your vibration is the opposite of that. Something about the way you project yourself is the opposite of that. And in them being friends with you, it has allowed them to see that the person that they actually chose to marry is more centered around things that in other words, you and your divine partner, y'all hold similar values, whereas the person that they're married to may not. They may not hold similar values with the person that they're married to, but they didn't see it until you came along. Okay. Also, there could be something financial going on. Um, which is what may be making it a little bit, a little messy as well, because they may have a lot invested financially. Of course, it's a marriage, and a lot of times we mix bank accounts, we mix all kind of things. I don't know what that's about, but tell me more. I have exploitation coming out this way. I feel my life is stuck in a rut and I can't break free. No matter what I try to do, things keep falling apart. I wish I could find a way out of this prison. Yeah, somebody feels trapped financially. Financially. Financially, they feel trapped. Hmm. They may feel like they're being financially exploited, or if they was to walk away, it's not if, it's when and how is what I'm here spirit saying, because it has to be executed a certain way in order for them not to be taken to the cleaners. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it has to be done a certain way, which is why I feel like this individual who is your divine partner, who is in another relationship, um, is not choosing to go about it in any kind of way that brings any kind of shame or uh they're not moving in a way that will make them look like they're having an affair or anything like that. Like, I don't get that you and this individual are having any kind of, any kind of affair or nothing like that. They're being very careful about how they move, even though they know that you would be the better choice for them. And there may be a lot of friendship and a lot of chemistry between the two of you, but y'all are not acting on anything at this time, because this could be a situation where this individual kind of gets taken to the cleaners, if they get caught with their hand in the cookie jar kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, hmm. Clarify settling and divine timing. Settling, divine timing. So someone or the both of you right now, you are absolutely aware of this connection, and you are being patient and waiting on divine timing. You're not rushing anything. You're not rushing anything because you're not going to settle for any kind of, sideways bull crap. Like, you're not going to get into anything that's stupid and just ridiculous. You're waiting on divine timing. I hear somebody saying, if this is meant to be, this will be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. And if not, we'll just be friends. You know what I'm saying? We could just continue to be friends. And I feel like you genuinely have love and care for this individual to where it wouldn't even be hard for you to just be friends. Like, you really do care about them. So you're at the same time okay if they actually are able to work out their relationship that they're in and some of the things that they have going on in that relationship. You would be okay with that. you know because you know that whoever your divine partner is, that individual is going to be your divine partner. I feel like this is not being forced by one or the both of you. One or the both of you, and it could be very well be the both of you. It's like I'm really getting a over energy that you guys are moving the right way with it, even though you are full aware that there is a possibility that we were supposed to be together. Like, it was supposed to be me and you know what I mean? We didn't know each other and you got in this situation and whatever, or we did know each other and you still went and got in this situation, and yada yada yada. Take it how it resonates. But somebody is not forcing this at all, because divine timing is at play. Love arrives when it is meant to, is what the bottom of this card says. Clarify, please. We have distraction. Mm-hmm. I was naive to think that fleeting affairs could never take the place of a genuine connection. Oh, I'm sorry, let me read that again. I was naive to think that fleeting affairs could ever take the place of a genuine connection. I should have trusted my heart more than my craving for new experiences. Please forgive me for doubting the bond we share. Yeah. This person could be an ex as well, like somebody who you was in a relationship with before. And maybe you have a friendship with this individual. For those of you out there who are not opposed to being friends with exes, because you know that people are whole human beings, right? And just because they don't fit one idea that you have for them doesn't mean that they can't fit others, as long as they're not doing something that's totally putting you in physical harm, or anything like that. Shit happens. People make bad decisions. So however long it takes, we can come to some sort of resolve, and you good people. It just didn't work out. You a good man. You just can't, you just ain't, you're not my man. You know what I'm saying? Um, you're a good woman. You just not my woman. So for those of you who don't have issues with having friendships, because sometimes you do have exes that you do have really good friendships with. This could be an ex who went off and married someone else, and now it's kind of all coming back to surface that they probably should have handled their relationship better with you when they were with you. Okay? Hmm. Um, Somebody wasn't paying attention to what was right in front of them either. And she driving and she turned all around, cheesing and shit. She running over people. You know what I mean? She's not paying attention to what's right in front of her. So somebody didn't pay attention to what was right in front of them. They may have been a little bit just, kind of going whichever way the wind blow. And so therefore, yeah, maybe one of you, maybe you knew that this is how this person was. They kind of go whichever way the wind blow. And even though you cared about them and you knew they cared about you, you were not going to settle for that. You were not going to be like just a option for them. You know what I mean? And maybe since them going off and choosing this other individual to be in a relationship with, and they're seeing all of the things that they're going through with that relationship or that marriage, they're starting to see like they've matured over some time, and they could see how they kind of wasn't paying attention to what was right in front of them, which would have been you. Tell me more. Divine timing settling. Okay, we're gonna leave that one where it went. Clearly you don't want to be read. That's how I feel about it. Um, it says help, seeking help. I want to support you spiritually and not feel bounded by your struggles nor the opinions of others. I'm here to lift you up, even if you're unsure of what the future holds. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm getting, this is exact energy that I'm getting from one of you in this friendship. Like you're there for them, but you ain't, in other words, I'll be here if I'm here when you get done dealing with what you dealing with. But if I'm not here, then we will just have to remain friends. In other words, I'm not putting my life on hold because now all of a sudden you see where you were always supposed to be. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's no hard feelings, it's no malice. It's just, I'm telling you now that you see where you were supposed to be and you got all of these struggles and stuff going on. I'm here for you as a friend. And I know that there's the possibility that we could have been more, but you didn't choose that then. All I'm saying is, if you want to go off and get that cleaned up, if I'm available, then maybe we can see what, we can move into something more. You understand? We can move into something more. But what I am feeling is that this is your divine counterpart. Like, yes, and it is messy, though. It is messy. But what I do like about the reading is that whoever you are that is connecting with this reading, if you are the third party per se, um, you're not trying to involve yourself in what they got going on in any way that will have you out here looking like, oh no. You're moving very integral. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're moving very integral when it comes to this situation. What is going to be the outcome, spirit? What you know what I also want to know? Because I'm nosy like that. I also want to know if your friend's partner is aware. is aware at all that he or she has feelings for you. I don't know why I want to know that, but I just want to be nosy. Does the person that the collective's divine partner is in a relationship with, does that person know that they have a connection, a deeper connection with the collective? I hope I asked that right. We got the Six of Pentacles. I'm getting no. They don't know. They do not know. And I feel like they don't know because of the way that either one or the both of you are handling it. Yeah. Because you're not really taking any action on anything. Y'all may have talked about this. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you know it's in the energies. Maybe this is something you are secretly hoping, y'all get on the right path with each other and can find your way back to each other, whatever the case may be, right? But this is something that the partner of your divine partner doesn't know, because they don't have a reason to know. Like, there's no reason to be alarmed, in the sense that nobody's acting on anything. Nobody's moving unintegral, unethical. It's just shit happens, Sometimes you do make commitments that you shouldn't have made. You know what I mean? And that happens. Okay, so what's going to be the outcome of this situation with the divine counterparts? What's going to be the outcome, the possible outcome of this situation with the collective and their divine counterpart? Oh, wow. It went way over here, but it didn't land on the ground. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. There's going to be an offer. Look, there's going to be an offer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Soon as somebody get out of troubled waters, soon as somebody get out of troubled waters, it's going to be an offer. What else? What is the possible outcome of this situation? 37 minutes in. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. King of Swords. Yeah. I feel like this King of Swords is the person that's going to make the love offer. Somebody is really trying to figure out how to get this done. Like, someone thinks about this a lot, and someone is very clear. Somebody is very clear that this is what they want to do. Okay. Someone's very clear that this is what they want to do. They're trying to figure out how to get it done. Look, well, however, they gonna figure this out. They're going to figure this out. Okay. They are going to figure out how to come and make this offer. You have the Ace of Cups on one end, ended with the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So this is absolutely being guided by love, by a high vibration of love. All right. This is being guided by a high vibration of love, and this is going to manifest. It's just that this is not black and white. It's a little bit gray right now, but it's going to clear up. It's going to clear up. And I feel like we have the reverse Two of Pentacles. And it's giving me that this person is not really going to be or they may be juggling a lot, but it's also giving me that they're not going to juggle. It's not going to be a situation where maybe before they might have juggled you and this other individual, or you and other individuals all together. This is not going to be a juggling type of situation, but this is also giving me that it's going to manifest once somebody's juggling something. You know what I'm saying? They're having to juggle how to make this happen. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. I'm also hearing be patient, the reverse emperor. There might be some financial issues going on with this. With this is given again. This person needs to heal their finances or bring some sort of healing. They may feel stuck because there's something going on financially. Financially. What's going on with the emperor's finances? What's going on with the emperor's finances? Nine of Cups. So there may be some sort of a financial, there may be some sort of finances that they're waiting to come through, or I don't know. Let me see. Nine of Cups. That's like wish fulfillment. Like they're waiting for something. Yeah. Because you have the Tower. So they may be going through a tower moment financially right now. They may be going through a tower moment. You know, if they're going through a tower moment in their home life, in their marriage, in their relationship, that brings financial towers as well, most of the time. Because I don't know if they've been married 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or if this is a 20-year marriage. You know what I mean? I don't know. So there's a tower that they're experiencing. So there's something that they're waiting on financially. So they're trying to like get to a place financially where they can kind of see the light of day again, where they're not so much having to give attention to so many different challenges financially. When they overcome this tower and they overcome the challenges, this is when they will make, this is when they will be able to make, I'm hearing, a solid offer. And more than likely, this situation over here that they were in will be over with, because I'm feeling like the financial situation may be like divorce proceedings, legal proceedings, you know, alimonies and child supports and things possible could be in the air right now surrounding them. All right. So this is absolutely your divine counterpart, whoever you are. Okay, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. But this is going to be a beautiful love story in the end of it. Just continue to move with ethics and integrity. Be patient and don't settle for anything. Okay, divine timing is at play with this, and you guys will come into union when it is the right time. All right. All right, collective, thank y'all so much for tapping in with your girl. This has been your reading, and I will see you guys on the next message. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not, and turn on your notification bells when you'll know I'm back with another one. Peace, family.